Joe being videos.
And this is my
Jimmy Master Animatronics.
I work here at
Jimmy Fanny.
Andrew
625.
Everything in here has
Version.
and
Unboxing.
one thing I've learned after 21 years, you never know what
Three Stooges.
is going to come through that door.
Hello everybody, this is Joe being videos on Jimmy Master Animatronics, and what I'm showing you in this video is something very cool that I've never even seen before, and I don't think any of you guys have seen this version anymore. Ever. This is the Jimmy Radical Reptile series, Groovin Gecko. I had no idea there was a gecko. I had no idea there was more characters than the iguana and the alligator that I've had ever since I bought them from Spencer's in 2004. Actually, 2003, I think. Yeah, I actually, I have to thank Ferdy for sending me the link to this. It was expensive. It was $70 including shipping. But the seller was also located in Bismarck, North Dakota. I just find it very ironic. I've never bought something off eBay that was listed in my area. Which is also very surprising that I've never saw this as a kid, because I mean, I don't, unless this one was not sold at Spencer's, I just remember seeing those two. I mean, I used to think I saw everything as a kid, but I didn't. I mean, I've never seen this version until he just sent the link, and I probably would have never seen this one if he didn't send me the link. So yeah, this one seems bust a move. It was brand new in the box, never opened. Of course, I had to open it and replace the batteries because it still had the original demo batteries in it. It was still zip tied and everything. These are the original batteries that were in it. The button, it's not one of those ones. This is one of those ones where you have to hold the button for it to work. I just have it unplugged because it doesn't, it doesn't serve any purpose really. The tail on this one is sideways, and I'm not sure if it's supposed to be like that. It's probably just like that because it's been tied for so long in the box. Everything fully works. It doesn't lift up all the way. It only lifts up to about here. I think the motor is still kind of locked up because at first when I tried it, it moved extremely slow. So yeah, and I think sometimes the tail doesn't move, but I don't know. Anyways, here's the box. Groovin Gecko, bust a move. Geckos can't blink their eyelids. What? Seriously? Oh my god, it's a cringy thing. I'll just let you read it. You can press and hold, also motion activated. The Groovin Gecko is certainly no lounge lizard. Both he and his dance moves are hot. During his rockstar performance of Bust a Move, this singing sensation is belting his heart out. In every sizzling performance, watch out, he's almost too hot to handle. And this one's 2004. Like I thought those ones were 2003, so maybe that's why I'd never seen this one. Maybe it came out later. So yeah. Alright, well, I guess we'll show it then.
It. Don't just stand there, bust the move. Just bust the move. Bring it down for me, fellas.
Yeah, see, it doesn't lift all the way.
Now you know what to do, so bust the move.
Yeah, it doesn't have a tool on it was on. And his tail was zip tied too, and I didn't want to leave it that way because I felt like it would probably break.
Bust it. Don't just stand there, bust the move.
It also leans down more than the other two. Like, see, like, look at this one. Like, look at how, like, high up this one is. This one lifts so well because of how high it lifted it is. But this one's low, too, but this one lifts all the way. Their arms are actually posable, too. They're bendable. Yeah. And this one's tail has been broken for years. But it's surprising that these have never needed any repair because I've had them for years and they've always been in toy boxes with stuff laying on top of them. You know, I'm just surprised that they've never... I mean, besides his tail, I'm surprised nothing has ever broke. I'll try to do them all at the same time. Oops. That didn't work. Yeah, so I don't know. Like I said, it could be the motor still locked up, or it could be even the gear splitting. Honestly, it really could.
Busted.
These are brand new batteries too.
Just stand there, bust the move. Just bust the move. Bring it down for me, fellas. Now you know what to do, so bust the move.
So yeah. I'm not sure what repairing one of these would be like. Or what the mechanism is like. I feel like that it's one mechanism, maybe. Like, the motor spins one direction and that moves the tail and the body, and then it spins the other direction and that lifts the head, and that makes the tail not move, because when they lift, their tails don't move. So I feel like it's a motor that spins two directions. But, I don't know. Anyways, yeah, that's it. Hope you liked this video. Thanks for watching, and bye. Well, I guess today is our lucky day. We finally get to see how the mechanism works, because right after I stopped the video, it broke. See, it doesn't lift anymore. I think it has a whistle piece in it. So, if that's the case, I don't have a whistle piece at the time being to replace it with. Because, look, it's just leaning all the way. Yeah, it's just, yeah. And the tail's not even moving now either. So yeah, it looks like it's definitely a two-direction thing. I feel like, yeah, the whistle piece must connect to the tail or something. I don't know. We'll see when we open it up. But there's a long lever that moves the tail. And this is probably where this is, let's see, oh, it's broken right here on the alligator. So, right about here is where it's broke on the alligator. Oh yeah. So I'm inside the mechanism, and yes, it does have a whistle piece and that, but that's not what broke. It's the cam gear. And I'm not sure if you can get a replacement of that or not. Alright, well, I mean, Joseph told me that the only way you can get one of those gears is by using scrapping a Travis Trout, Jaws, any of the stinging fish that have the whistle piece mechanism in it. I wasn't willing to part with any of the ones I have, any of my Travises or cool catfishes. So I just ended up getting another one. And this one says it doesn't even work at all, so that means I don't have to be worried about the pitch being different or anything like that. I mean, so I'll have to wait till that comes to finish restoring it. So yeah, I'll see you guys. Well, I'll still upload this video so that it's up, but just know that this is what it's like right now. It will be fixed. I'm definitely going to get it fixed. And if it turns out, I mean, it's a rare issue for that gear to be broken in there, according to Joseph, so regardless, it'll be fixed. And I mean, honestly, if that gear is broken in that catfish too, then obviously I'll have no choice, because obviously I'd, you know, but like I said, I'm just gonna wait till that catfish comes, because I don't really want to scrap the ones that I already have. So yeah. So hello guys, this is 2 weeks later, and I got the catfish that I bought to use for parts to put a replacement gear into that Gecko. And
you can tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish.
it works, but it's still getting scrapped because it's reversed. Remember, that cam gear on that is what's broken, and that's what moves the tail on these. There is a whistle piece on the Gecko, but that moves the tail, but the whistle piece in here moves the head, so it's the tail. And at first it wasn't working because I had this plugged in, but I didn't have that plugged into the wall, so I thought it was fried, but I had the wrong plug plugged into it. So yeah, anyways, it's still getting scrapped though. So I already have 2 other catfishes. I just didn't want to scrap mine because they already work. This is the worst condition one that I found on eBay, so. Alright, so here again, this is what the mechanism looks like. Like I said, the whistle piece is for the tail, the cam gear is for the head. And that's the gear that switches when the motor changes direction. That, like when it turns that way, it moves the tail. When it turns the other way, it lifts the head. So, yeah.
Busted. Don't just stand there, bust the move. Busted. Don't just stand there, bust the move. Break it down for me, fellas. Now you know what to do, so bust the move. Busted. Don't just stand there, bust the move. Just bust the move. Break it down for me, fellas.
Alright, so I'm also replacing the head and the head side to side movement because it is split. I could hear it ticking. Okay. Oh, that's weird. All the batteries popped out. So yeah. So yeah, the gear is replaced and it's a lot smoother. It's not ticking anymore. So yeah. Yeah, the tail does get stuck. Okay guys, it is finished. It's being repaired. Now, I didn't show you, but as soon as I got it back together, it still worked exactly the way it did when I first got it. It only lifted up this much. So I went back inside and put a second spring inside. It's not supposed to have two springs, but it does help though. Like, but when the rubber wasn't on, it would stay up. It would never go back down. But now that the latex is back on, it's heavy, so it does go down. But it also lifts up all the way because it's drawn. I don't know why it has a hard time lifting up. I think it's just because of this. It starts lifting from here, and that's really heavy. Like, look at it. Compared to these other two, their heads are right there when they lift up, so it's not as hard. But this one's like, it lifts it right all the way back here. So yeah, and unfortunately it did rip in a lot of spots when I went back in it. Like right there I glued it, and right there I glued it, and also right here, which isn't very good. But now there is some foam that got left out, so it's a little flat in some areas. But I ain't going back in this thing again, because I don't think I'll get in there again without completely destroying it again. So the next time I have to go in there, that latex is going to be just done. So anyways, here we go. Yeah, okay, it wasn't moved too good.
Don't just stand there. Bust the move. Just bust the move.
And it's still not. We're lifting all the way again.
Break it down for me, fellas. Now you know what to do, so bust the move.
I'm so confused by this thing.
I can tell. You had it working the first time.
It was going all the way up. And like it wasn't even able to go down at first. Like now, but like, what the hell?
Bust it. Don't just stand there.
It's getting worse.
Just bust the move. Break it down for me, fellas. Now you know what to do, so bust the move. Just bust the move. Break it down for me, fellas. Now you know what to do, so bust the move.
The problem that it's having, people, is that the latex underneath is too tight. I can't even have the latex glued, because if it's down, it won't go up at all. It's still too tight, even just like this. That's its problem. Wouldn't be surprised if the motor's kind of weak too, but I tried the Cool Catfish motor, but that one's motor's even weaker, so that wouldn't work. So this is how it's gonna have to stay.
Bust it. Don't just stand there. Bust the move. Just bust the move. Break it down for me, fellas. Now you know what to do, so bust the move.
And again, it's got a huge head, huge upper body that lifts, so it's really, I feel like this one's design is just kind of, eh.
do the gecko one more time, and that'll be it for this video.
Bust it. Don't just stand there, bust the move. Just bust the move. Break it down for me, fellas. Now you know what to do, so bust the move.
So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video.